Hi everyone, this video we're going to look at color styles. Color styles is a way of saving your colors to reuse. We can, over here, can you see, we can give them cool names, and it means that later on if I want to update it, okay, I can go through, update this style, and you can see all the uses of it have been updated. Plus we can share it with other projects and other team members, so we've all got consistent colors throughout our project. Let me jump in now and show you how to make them. All right, let's look at creating our first style. Styles are great because at the moment I'm just using the eyedropper tool. I'm like eyedropper tool, eye on the keyboard, and I'm picking colors. That's great, but this thing here, do you drag this around to every document? It's a bit of a pain, and you can get away with that for quite a long time, but there's going to be a time where you're like, actually I just need them in a specific spot for my styles, and I want to be able to share these styles both with myself, okay, in other documents, and share them with other people in the team. And when I update the style, all the uses of it throughout all my documents change. That's the handy thing. All right, so you understand what a style is, how to make it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say you are going to be a style, and you do it. See this like 4 dots here? That's the little bit. Everyone has a style, so we can make a stroke style. We'll do later in the course. Effect styles, there's text styles. Okay, it's just 4 little squares. So you click on that, okay, and you hit plus. Okay, say I want to add a new color style to my group. You might have some styles down here, okay, that came as defaults from Figma. Okay, but ignore those for the moment. We're going to do styles for this document. So when it comes to naming this, actually what I'm going to do for this one, you wait there. All right, I've decided this is my primary color and that's my set. I'm going to use this a lot more. Okay, so with this one selected, I'm going to go to my 4 dots and I'm going to go plus. And in terms of the naming, okay, this is my primary color. You know, as a freelancer, you work on lots of different projects. I'll put the initials of the company. Just you end up having like way too many primaries. If you are working in a company, you know, working specifically internally in a company, you might only need to call it primary because you know where you work. Okay, so we've got this, and then when it comes to the naming conventions, there's a couple of different ways. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, okay, for the different primary colors or the different kind of tones for it. Okay, it could be A, B, C. It doesn't really matter. There are some kind of general kind of, I don't know, industry standards, but it doesn't really change anything. It's just something personal. So 1, 2, 3 works really well. Other people use percentages. So they'll use a kind of fixed color, and instead of like mixing new colors, kind of what I did, they'll just knock it back. They'll just say the tone is like, you know, this first one is like 50% of the original color. You'll see that quite a bit. You'll see 10, 30, 70, you know what percentages are. The other way to do it is a bit more, it kind of pulls from CSS, which pulls from old linotype kind of fonts. So basically people will use hundreds. So that is, that would be 100% this color is 1,000, okay? Teeny tiny version of this color, like the lowest it can go is 100. It's a bit weird, I know. It's just really common. You'll see it. You'll see it mainly in fonts. Have you come across that? Especially with web design. The bold won't be called bold. It'll be called like 700. Okay, that's the code version for bold. So we can do that for colors as well. Let's say if we were doing this, I'd call this maybe 100. I'd call that one, maybe I'd call that 300, giving myself some room to go a little bit lighter at 200 and 100 later on if I need to. Okay, so that's really common as well. But let's just do 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to copy you, save it, you plus you, and 2. Okay, very exciting. I'm going to speed this up and I will see you in a sec. All right, if you accidentally hit the button, and it's not because this one here needs to be called secondary, how to edit your style. Okay, so once it's made and you need to change it, either the color or the name, okay, you can't right click it here because I just tried. Click it once and down here you can right click it, okay, and go to edit style. Yours is probably set like that, okay, with maybe some other ones in there from some other document Figma gave you. Okay, but here you can right click it and say edit styles, okay, and then go into here, and this is going to be my secondary. You can adjust the color here as well. Okay, but I'm just adjusting the name. Give it a description as well. You might be the first person. Actually, I lied. Big design systems might give descriptions to colors to let people know what and where to use them. So I'm going to keep going through this. We'll go back to fast forward mode. Okay, we're getting to the grays. It would be very hard now to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing wrong with it, but I feel like even just looking at these colors, I'm going to probably need another one in here because it's too big a gap in here. There's going to be some sort of user interface thing that I'm going to need to have something in between. So I'm going to leave myself some room to move, and I'm going to mix up my naming. Okay, so for the grays, I'm going to use that kind of hundreds naming. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to say you are great, and this one's going to be my 100. And what I'll do is this next one, I won't call it 200. I'll give myself kind of space in between to say you are, so this one is 300, just in case later on I can squeeze, I can say, oh man, I really need a 200, and it's not going to mess up my numbering. I can just put a 200 in here and go on my merry way. So let's carry on. I'm back. I forgot gradients. So this one here, you can apply the same sort of way. So you can make it a style. So this one here, I'm going to say you are a style. And this one's going to be called SH gradient. And this is going to be A1. Let's do it 1. Okay. And something slightly different is I've made that one just for fun. So we've got our styles. It'll appear in our styles. The one thing it won't appear in is if I go you and I say you, and remember down here, local colors, it doesn't appear down here. It might do later on, but at the moment you have to go the official way, which is good. There you go. I'm going to lock it into my SH gradient. Oh, another bonus thing for the people that hung around is you can drag these things. If you click off on No Man's Land, you can say, actually, I want these ones to be up here. Does nothing except gets your kind of like feng shui all nice. Okay, if you get them and you add one later on, you're like, actually, I use that all the time. So it's going there amongst the colors instead of the grays. All right. Thanks for hanging around to the end. Thanks, Brain, for reminding me about gradients before I moved on. All right, now on to the next video.